Charity Navigator exposes the Sussex scam. IRS shut down Archewell for refusing to file financial report. Prince Harry's just been put on blast for being utterly ridiculous. These sentiments and claims have been brought to light by broadcaster Esther Krakue. She started off by branding the couple utterly ridiculous and accused him of not doing much of anything. In the eyes of Miss Krakue, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's lives have been so ridiculous. Being members of the royal family, obviously anything to do with them is big news, but it's the kind of sensationalist way they left the royal family and have been crying for privacy and have done everything against getting their privacy, signing a deal with Netflix and Spotify. It's the embodiment of being famous for nothing. To clap back at the experts' criticism, the Sussex's magazine Town and Country is featuring a lovely puff piece about Harry and all his good work this month. The PR article wrote, "By stepping back from royal duties in 2020, the Duke of Sussex gave up one of the world's most powerful pulpits, and one can't help but wonder whether he's going in his new career as a content creator for streaming services." But consider this. The Sussex's Archewell Foundation raised in its first year of operation more than $13 million and spent almost $4 million outraising and outspending both the Clinton and the Obama foundations in their first year. First, that wasn't the first year. Funny how it's always reinvention of history with these two. And let's not forget 10 million of that was from one donor, who donates 10 million to a brand new foundation with no track record, especially one who made pocket change the year before. Harry's involvement in charities seems to be mainly on paper or websites, except for occasional attendance of events that require worldwide travelling and private jets, of course. Charity Navigator hasn't given them a score despite their alleged 3 years in existence. Per Charity Navigator, the Archewell Foundation cannot currently be evaluated by Charity Navigator Impact and Results methodology because either A, it's eligible but we haven't yet received data, or B, we haven't yet developed an algorithm to estimate its pragmatic impact, C, its programs are not direct services, or D, it's not heavily reliant on contributions from individual donors. According to Google, Archewell hasn't filed a 990 since 2021. A 990 form is basically the US IRS's equivalent of a tax return. Charities and registered 501c3 non-profit corporations are required to file them to show income and expenses. So the fact the Sussexes don't have one for 2022 means they're either late, due in May, or they filed an extension and haven't hit the second deadline yet. Failing to file or filing a form that shows you're not spending the money in the correct way means the IRS can shut down the organisation. The idea behind a 990 is to see where a charity gets its money and how it spends it to make sure it's compliant with the laws that govern non-profit. A source said technically if Archewell's tax year ends December 31st, they have until the following May the 15th to file the form. Currently the 2022 Form 990 is 6 months overdue. It's possible they're filed for an extension. If a charity doesn't file for 3 consecutive years, they lose their tax-exempt status. I wonder if that's part of the plan to wind down the company to coincide with a divorce. If we follow the TIG trademark application pattern, they filed for several extensions before letting the application lapse, meaning they could be doing the same with Archewell. If the TIG's rebooted post-divorce, Meghan keeps all of the profit from it, but the amount may be used to offset her spousal support.